Welcome to the channel Nation, I'm Jaden Chase, and these are some of the top stories making headlines today. Now, with multiple members and supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party slain, rumors have been circulating. Now, the senior superintendent in charge of the St. Catherine South Police Division, Christopher Phillips, is dispelling allegations on the ground that the slaying of Wayne Baldie could have somehow been connected to the slaying of councillor/caretaker of the South Borough Division, Lennox Hines. Now, Phillips was quoted as saying, "The police do not have this kind of information. However, we are actively investigating the incident and following all possible leads." Baldie, 53, otherwise called Shower Wayne, of a Bayside address, was slain, gunned down by assailants along Port Henderson Road in Portmore at about 8:20 while playing dominoes. The report is that two shooters approached the Jamaica Labour Party activist and party promoter on foot, opened fire, and then leave the scene. Mr. Hines was slain days before at about 5 p.m. along the Marcus Garvey Drive in Kingston. Now on to the other stories making headlines. Now, Nation, talk to me. Is there some kind of challenge taking place on social media in Jamaica that other citizens are not aware of? Is there a challenge where riders and owners of motorcycles are now going into fast food restaurants and either trying to make their purchase while still riding their motorcycles, or just going in there for the fun of it? We don't know what I want. But another rider, and as simple as this seems, this is going to lead to problem and confrontations either between the riders and the security officers or customers inside of these places, management and staff. I'm going to say what I go on, and they will continue reasoning. Look and listen.
This to the blood class.
Yes, Nation, and now on to the other stories making headlines. Now, an airport worker has been arrested in connection with the seizure of a kilogram of narcotics at the Sangsters International Airport in St. James. Now, the reports from the narcotics police are that about at 10:20 a.m., security checks were being done when two packages containing the substance were found in a ground handling vehicle. And remember, it has been long assumed that it might have been workers at these airports, not only in Jamaica, but right across the Caribbean and right across the world, who are participants in the illicit and illegal trade of illegal substances. Now, the operator of the vehicle, who attempted to flee as soon as the packages were discovered, was caught by members of the narcotics division. His identity is being withheld pending further investigations. At the time of the report, investigators stated that the contraband was estimated at a street value of 50,000 US locally. Whether that be overseas, still unknown. Nation, one thing for sure though, and we'll see this with dialing and almost every other illegal activity. Whether it is because of the mindset, because of the population of the small island, illegal activity, for some reason, no matter how much money it brings into either the pockets of key individuals, their friends and their families, certain groups and organizations, the bloodshed, the destruction, the crime that comes along with it is always way worse than the benefits. In rural communities, where dialing start to take a foothold, and we start to see young individuals from deep rural communities start to buy luxurious vehicles, buy luxury items, build up house for either themselves or them and them families. But along with that, the crime and violence will also start to take place in these deep rural communities. Sometimes it's even shocking for the people who live there. Some people say, I really know a man until him get some whole heap of money. Then you start to say him with a move, and how him would operate and how him would deal with situations, even with friends and family. And rural Jamaica, this how to take place. As soon as the money start to reach, I remember money was always in rural Jamaica. They would always have farming money, land money, and this and that. But as stated by some entertainers, chop a line easier. And more individuals have gotten into that lifestyle. And from the outside, it might appear very lucrative. But if you check the statistics, individuals in this lifestyle are losing their lives at a very alarming rate. And as of late, we have seen where numerous busts, illegal substances being recovered, individuals labeled as kingpins being arrested and charged. We have seen North America stating that there are individuals within even the very security forces who are involved in the trade. And then we see them arrest and charge and prosecute an 18-year veteran just to prove them point. And them said this investigation was taking place over many months. And then some of them rush and do. And that is why when the veteran was apprehended, she had the narcotics on her. It's not even like they're not going to bring her in for questioning. She was arrested and charged right then and there. She had the substance on her body. Now on to the other stories making headlines. Now nation, detectives from the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch, CTOC, are urging Keith Jarrett to contact them immediately. Jarrett is an attorney at law who formerly practiced at Duke Street in downtown Kingston. Now, a press release from the Corporate Communications Unit of the Constabulary Force stated that investigators believe he may be able to assist them with ongoing investigations into an alleged case of fraud. However, the police noted that calls to his telephone number and visits to his office have yielded no results. This is definitely a situation. It's almost like no facet, legitimate or illegitimate, has not been unaffected by some level of fraudulent activity. And remember, white collar crime has been taking place for decades. As a matter of fact, in North America, there are entire branches of all of their different security force agencies dedicated to tackling just specifically white collar crime. So this is not new, but I guess because of the songs being played now on the island, in North America, Africa too, you know what I mean? As we say, it's a global issue, as a thing that has been taking place for decades now. But as of late, since it has been adapted into popular culture, numerous slangs and terms being coined to define an individual who is involved in the game, like a chopper, a dialer. Determination. Then we feel like through music, this particular illegal activity has become what some have considered as a cultural phenomenon. Meaning, it is almost like it is the norm, normal. Another phrase coined to describe the activity. Mvrder says sometimes the negative aspects outweigh the benefits. And on a little island, we definitely see that. I mean, I stated before in the reasoning, we see where, you know, so the people get some house built on the land. I mean, with them grandsons and them nephews, buy some luxury vehicle. And then along with that, bloodshed. Continuous. Community versus community. Individuals from the same community versus them one another. And from the outside, it looked like the newfound wealth of these communities is the same wealth that is also destroying these communities. Talk to me in the comment section. You know the sentiments. If you're new to the channel, just a pass through. Click the subscribe icon, then the bell icon, and of course put it on all. And this is how you know will be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here on the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and bust a share. Tell a friend, tell them sister, and then brother them for check out the channel, check out the reasoning, and join the discussion. The comment section open 24/7, never lucky yet. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts and comments and yes, your opinions there, and we can continue the reasoning via the comment section. Now, I'm gonna a quick recap. The police force has stated that the slaying of Baldie is in no way connected to the slaying of Mr. Hines. A lawyer has also been named by the Jamaica Constabulary Force as a person of interest. There's a new situation taking place. We don't know bikes in a fast food restaurant. Talk to me about it. That's the reason again. Live, love, and prosper. Stay tuned.